Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
All right, before we get started, people, if you want to show love to the show and you want to donate, you can do that with badges. 1 heart, 2 hearts, or 3 hearts. 1 heart is 70 cents. 2 hearts is like $1.40. If you want to ball out and be a baller and call yourself a big thing, you can get 3 hearts for, I think it's like $3.99 or whatever. Support the show. I'm going to get more likes, do ads, try to set up a better setup, make it look more sexy, a bunch of different stuff. So let's start here. Tell us about you, because I found you on Instagram. I immediately was drawn to you and your message and what you are about. But I want, and I said to myself, when I find something good, I want to share it with everybody. So let's start with this. Tell us about yourself.
All right. Well, of course, my name is Maisha Banks, and I'm the founder and CEO of Time to Be Established. It's a motivational speaking organization, and now I'm officially an author. So basically, I personally feel like it was a chosen moment for me. You realize that when you go through life, you don't really know exactly what you want to do and how you want to do it. But if you just kind of cut off all the distractions, you find out exactly what your purpose is, and you walk right into it. So that's what I did.
Now, speaking of which, so many people, and this is what resonated with me when you were saying some of these messages. I motivate people and I do stuff on TikTok. So when I saw you, I said, wow, she's got it. She's right on point. Mm-hmm. What point did you make up in your mind that you wanted to follow your dream and inspire others? Because a lot of times people just have things in their head and they die with it. When did you make that decision?
Well, like when I became a motivational speaker, it wasn't something that I actually wanted to do first. I feel like I had to go through so many other things to find out that's where my voice stands. So most of my friends, everybody would come around and say, hey, you like, why you don't do speaking? I would pray at different events. I would always motivate people, always give people a sense of guidance. And eventually I said, okay, let me just do a YouTube video. I did a YouTube video, XO Nicole reposted the video, it went viral, and then the brand just flourished after that. But motivational speaking for me is not a job. It's a gift that I have to give and give insight to people that can go in the direction of where they don't believe and make them actually believe it. Like, you can do anything. You have free will to do anything, absolutely anything in the world. And all you do is have to try. You just have to try. And I feel like we try and we get so defeated because the word is fluctuate with motivational speakers, singers, rappers, and we kind of just get sidetracked and get thrown off our wagon and then just give up. So I tell people, whoever's assigned to your talent and your voice is assigned to you. Because if you think about it, we all have different fingerprints. So we all have different fingerprints. That means your speaking and your dream and your gift is going to always be something different from somebody else's. Mm-hmm. And I truly believe.
Now, what are, for people who, because I'm telling you, people, when I tell you this, I mean it. It's a must follow. It's a must follow. It's coming from me. And if you, first of all, tell them where they can find you on TikTok, because you killing on TikTok. So tell them where they can find you on TikTok.
So on TikTok is TTBEINC. The love on TikTok is amazing. I mean, I just joined about 2 weeks ago, and the views and the comments just went crazy. And I'm super happy for that. I mean, every platform is specifically for what you're doing. So Instagram might be good for this, TikTok might be good for this, and just as you being a good mentor for me and for the brand, it definitely showed me that, yeah, TikTok is where the love resides.
You know, and as I told you before, there is no more money. Attention and engagement is now money, and that's where you get your engagement. And of course, if you want to follow on Instagram, you can just go right to the top to see your name and jot it down, or just hit it and follow it right there. Speaking of gems, because I see a lot of people putting up gem signs, give us 2 gems that we can walk away with about life and how to move, just from some of the motivation you've given.
The first gem I want to drop is the key to really finding out where you want to go and how to do it is having discipline. I believe discipline is the most important part of the mind. Once you have discipline, know how to control that. When you fall, you will know how to get up. When you don't believe in yourself, you will know how to encourage yourself. Self-encouragement. You pat yourself on the back. And when you do that, everything opens up. So you always want to have discipline. There might be a million no's before that first yes. And when that yes do come, you want to make sure that you don't let it go. So maintain discipline, learn how to control your mind, emotions, and always spiritually feed yourself. My second gym.
Wait, hold on. Let me stop you. There's two things I want to dig on. Mike Tyson said something very important, which was building on what she just said. Mm-hmm. Discipline is doing something you hate to do like you love it. Yes. I have to ride that bike or walk those steps every day. I hate it, but I have to do it like I love it.
Exactly.
If you don't have discipline, you are absolutely nothing. You will have nothing in your life. Number two is, because you said you need to feed yourself spiritually.
Yeah.
How do you feed yourself spiritually?
Well, like I said, I'm big on the Most High. I'm big on attaching my soul to something that I can believe that really is good for me. So with me, I just focus on prayer. Prayer. And when you do pray, it's not just about praying about the things that you want, but it's praying about continuing to push yourself, because we have to have self-motivation. We have to have self-love. So we are creating the image of the Most High, correct? So in order, if we praying and if we pushing ourselves, then what does that mean? That means that I'm self-pushing, I'm self-giving, I'm self-elevating. I'm not just taking the sage and, putting it around the house. I'm not just going for a run or a jog. I'm not just doing that. You have to really mentally declare your mind, de-cleanse yourself. So whatever happened yesterday, you take it, you process it, you break it down, you digest it, and now we cooking up some new food.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's good. Second gem. Give us the second gem.
The second gem, definitely for everyone that is in empowerment. I want everybody to believe something. And I always want to tell people, there are going to be a million people doing the same thing that you are doing. There's going to be so many people that are doing exactly, down from Instagram, down to posting certain things. But you have to believe that there's something in you that's different. And in order to do that, what I do tell people is learn how to listen without responding, and learn how to turn off all sounds so you can actually hear what your calling is. They call it a calling because it means, it tells you, it whispers in your ear, but we don't know how to listen. We don't know how to just turn things off and really listen to the Most High and get a direction of where we need to be. When you find your path, when you find your purpose and you step that foot into it, you will feel a shift. Your whole life will shift. And when you are chosen, after that, you're going to be broken down. You have to keep restarting your brand again. You might have to restart over and over. You might have to lose all the money you had and regain that. But guess what? The second time, the third time around, the passion will be illuminating. The passion will be so astonishing. And this is what I want my men, my women, children. It's called growth. And I want to grow with you, just like I'm growing with you, Scoop. And I appreciate you. But listen, we taking this to the top. We're going to fall. We're going to get back up. And that's the last gym for you guys.
So I want to say something. I was struggling right before I paid my alimony off. I was struggling. It's the pandemic. And I'm trying to figure out myself. And listen, I'm a guy who talks to myself every day. I coach myself. It's nothing wrong with talking to yourself, long as you don't talk back. Exactly. There's many times I got to say, listen, I was on the bike this keep going. 10 more, you got, or tell yourself, listen, it's going to be all right. You're going to get the gig. You have to talk to yourself. And I was thinking about how I was going to have to start all over again after my alimony and rebuild myself. Here comes Maisha. Don't even know her, nothing. Just comes on my feed and she says that same thing. I said, you know something, I need to follow her. I go follow her and now I see a whole bunch of content. I'm a person who believes in listening to all motivation stuff. I'm like, I love her. I love her. I love her. Reach out to her. I'm like, look, man, I love what you're doing. How can I help? How can I assist? How can I make you, whatever I can help you with? Because there are not many female African-American and people out here doing motivation. So I wanted to help her in any way. But forget all of that. The messages are fire. What she's saying is fire. With that being said, how do people find you? How can they get the book? Okay. What do you offer? Do you have a course? Do you have coaching? Give us Give us something so if we want to reach you, if we want to be coached by you, whatever we want to do, we can get it.
Yeah, so to all my queens and kings, so that's what I like to call you guys. I'm actually dropping my first book. It's called Spiritually Busy. This is the cover behind me. You can definitely purchase that pre-order www.ttbeinc.com. If you just click the link above and follow me, you can find everything there. I do offer coaching 101, which is virtual or phone calls. I'm not doing in person yet due to COVID still, but you can definitely find that on my Instagram as well. It's a booking link right there on Instagram. You can book me there. I'm all over Google. If you just type Maisha Banks or TTBINC, I take the